Hello, I'm Tristan, and this is Men of Convenience.
Welcome to Men of Convenience.
That's what we call ourselves, sort of like a team.
The only two guys who will be wrong and convince you otherwise.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Now here's your host, Tristan Finn.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
And Kevin Sapola.
He ain't beating us. Who said that?
And with me, as always...
You almost forgot to go.
I did. I was just getting into the intro.
You were like, all right.
Is Kevin.
Let's hear the rest of this show.
Fuck yeah. I'm ready to listen.
You are the show, Tristan.
I forgot.
Man.
The only podcast on the internet that listens to itself and enjoys their time.
Yeah, no, you definitely do that.
I do.
Plenty of that.
I'm, what would that be? Not egotistical. I'm narcissistic.
Yeah.
I'm way narcissistic.
Way too narcissistic.
That also.
Yeah.
E3.
E3.
Oh my god.
Big shit, man.
I think this is the most exciting E3 in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Since the announcement of the Xbox 360.
Every little thing about it, man.
Dude, there was not...
From day one.
God damn it, just one thing after another. Like, all the rest of the reveal for the Xbox stuff, the rest of the reveal for the PlayStation stuff, you know, Sony digging at Microsoft constantly.
They had some good shit, too. They had a few punches.
Yeah, they did.
They were funny.
Yes,
and
they were.
It never felt like, ooh, bad taste. And I was like,
No, it's fuck
good
you,
job,
Microsoft.
guys. Yeah.
But, like, the one thing that bothers me, though, because the things that they were punching at Microsoft about isn't anything that they're not doing.
What do you mean?
Okay, so Microsoft's trading and borrow feature, the only thing that it affects is Microsoft-developed games. So that would be Halo and Gears of War.
Well, no, other publishers, if they want, they can choose to.
If they want to, they
Right.
can choose to follow the same lines.
Right.
PlayStation is not doing that with their published games.
Yeah.
But the developers have the choice to do so with the PlayStation. So we could end up not being able to trade and sell games. Or
Can they still block used game sales
Yes.
on PlayStation games?
they said that it is up to the developers.
I remember it was up to the
Sony-
developers for the Microsoft games.
It is for Sony also.
Are you sure about
Yep.
that?
It is, because if they block it for one, it's automatically blocked for the other. Just like with EA games. If you buy a used EA game, you have to pay to use it online.
Yeah.
And that's across all consoles.
Right.
So that is up to the developers, just as how it's always been.
I'm not sure. I'd have to read an article where it tells me specifically.
Sony
they can
said
block it.
that they can. The trade-in function of video games is up to the developers, and it's always up to the developers. The only thing is Microsoft's saying that you can't do it with their games, and that's the big problem.
Well, and even still, even if that is the case, that's still just one nod in Sony's favor.
But really, how many games does that affect, though? Like, a lot of people are up in arms about this.
There's going to be like 20-something games that are made by Microsoft.
So, but right off the bat, what are the top games? Like, name 5 top-selling games right now that are Microsoft developed.
For me, it's Gears
Not
of War
for
and
you.
Halo.
Yeah, just overall, as of right now, how many games does Microsoft develop?
Oh, I have no idea.
2. 2 big ones.
Well, no, they have more than that.
2 that people care about.
I had 2 that you care about.
No, that actually sell really well.
Well, you don't know that. There's a lot. You can't just say that about everybody. A lot of people are going to care about these smaller games.
Okay, but if they were a huge pop culture event, you would be able to list more than Halo and Gears of War.
I just don't care. Whereas, because I don't care. I mean, all their other games, they've never interested me.
Okay,
Like,
so well, then it definitely doesn't affect you at all. And Sony developed games aren't going to have that problem. But let's say EA or Activision, other people follow suit, it's going to be that way on both systems.
see, I'd have to read the article to know that for sure. But
Only difference between Sony and Microsoft in this regard is allowing people to borrow your games.
Yeah.
That is the only feature.
which even still,
That is a big thing.
yeah.
But the trade in and buying used, it can go both ways with both systems.
Well, I'm gonna have to just assume that you're right, being that I don't have evidence to the contrary.
That's a good idea.
Which even still, Sony, they have a lot of big in-house titles.
Yes, they do.
So
So it actually will overall become a huge difference.
some of PlayStation's more popular games are their in-house titles.
Yep.
And then Microsoft is hoping to do the same thing. What they're going to say, and they're going to have 20 brand new IPs, 12 coming out this year, shit like
Yep.
that, you know.
So
I mean, that could end up being a huge draw, man. And
It
not
could.
to mention the price point.
the price point, I think, is the
Yeah.
biggest draw because
Now-
it's $100 difference.
And then you have things being region locked.
Mhm.
Like the PlayStation will not be region locked at all.
What does that mean?
Now, what that means is that let's say you buy a North American PlayStation or
Uh-huh.
PS4. No, I said PS3, but let's say you buy a North American PlayStation,
Okay.
right? Usually, what that means is that if you then let's say you buy a game online from Japan, you cannot play it. You need to have
Okay.
a PlayStation from Japan.
To be able to play that game from
right,
Japan.
because everything comes in regions.
Yeah.
Now the PlayStation's not being region locked means you can get a game from anywhere and play it.
Really?
And now developers they can region lock a game.
Mhm.
So, you know,
Which means that if a game from Japan is region locked, then you couldn't play it in the United States.
exactly. And that's what I think. I'm not 100% sure on how all that works, but
Oh, okay.
for the most part, you buy a PlayStation, you can play any game that's a PlayStation 4 game from wherever it comes from in the world.
Okay.
Xbox is gonna be region locked like shit. That thing's gonna be just region locked like a motherfucker. Now what that means is the guys who make what is it The Witcher 3,
Uh-huh.
CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
They come from Sweden, I think, or
Yes.
somewhere in Sweden, Poland, something like that.
Yep.
Their game comes from Poland. That's not going to be one of the areas that has Xbox Live. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, that's on their sort of like they're not. That's on Xbox Live's no list.
Oh, good.
Right now, what that means is that if they won't be able to play their game on the Xbox One,
Really?
their own game, because it's a region that's going to be locked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, that's a region that The Witcher 3 will not be coming out for initially. So that game will come out over here in the States first,
Mm-hmm.
which means that even if they wanted to play their own game at their home, they'd have to get a North American version. Okay?
Okay.
Now, but because they also won't have Xbox Live, they won't be able to connect to Xbox Live through Xbox One, therefore they won't be able to play the game at all anyways.
Yeah. Because they won't have their...
Even if they found a way around the fact that they'd be playing a North American game on a Sweden or Poland Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be region locks. They couldn't play it. But then even if they got a way around that, they couldn't connect to Xbox Live in the first place. So then the Xbox wouldn't let them play their own game.
Wow.
Yeah, see, so just little issues like that where it gets real fucking complicated, man.
You know what my favorite part about E3 was this year? There was
What?
two things that happened that don't have to do with video games
What?
that I laughed hysterically about.
Hmm.
One, Oya getting arrested.
Yeah.
That was hilarious because they weren't a part of E3,
No, they weren't.
but they were doing a test demo outside,
Yeah.
across the street,
Right.
and the E3 people called the cops,
Yeah.
and told them to leave.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was kind of unexpected, man.
The second thing, it kind of goes along with the whole how you share friends with games with the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
One of the dudes from Microsoft was asked, well, what happens if a consumer doesn't have the internet? And his response was, they can keep playing 360.
Yeah.
Yep.
As if that was the only option available to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is.
It's not. You
We'll
can
get a PS4. Yeah.
And then you can still play games without the internet. And they're all modern games with great looking graphics.
Yep.
So no, you don't have to stick with the 360.
No, you don't.
No.
You can get a Wii U, which is better than a 360.
Exactly. Yeah, you can get a Wii U too.
You don't need the internet at all for the Wii U.
No, you don't.
For anything.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think Microsoft is digging themselves a hole, man.
Dude, this is how I think this year's going to go. And it's already showing it in pre-sales. PlayStation is already winning out by a exponential margin for pre-sales.
Yeah.
For the PS4 and the Xbox One.
3 PS4s sold to every
Xbox One.
to every 2 Xbox Ones.
Oh, is it 2?
I think.
Is it 3 to 2?
Which doesn't sound like a big difference until suddenly you're looking at 6 for every 4, 12 for every 8,
Yeah.
24 for every 16.
Yep.
I mean, it adds up.
So, of course, PlayStation's going to be on top.
Yeah.
There's no way anyone else is going to compete with that. Xbox is going to be on the bottom.
So it's looking that way right
The
now.
Wii
man.
U, I think the Wii U is going to take second place in this, even though it is not going to be technologically as powerful as the Xbox One. It is going to be a more popular console.
You know, with Super Smash Brothers coming out, and just the titles that they always carry.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've got just this year. They've got 6 different Mario titles coming out: golf, kart, party.
Just Mario.
Yeah, two different Just Mario games.
Yeah.
Plus Mario and Luigi's Dream Factory, or Mario and Luigi Dream Brothers, I think is what it's called. They have 2 different Yoshi games coming out. Like you said, Smash Brothers. They have a Link game coming out. They have a Samus game coming out that they haven't announced yet.
Yeah.
And this is all in the next year. Like, that's what, 12, 13 titles that are always big sellers for Nintendo.
Right.
Plus, they have a Sonic game coming out.
Right.
And that is another huge title for Nintendo.
Which isn't to say that Microsoft isn't going to have some big names coming out or some big titles coming out.
It's just no one's going to care anymore.
I think they might be working themselves to a point where people just
No one's going to shit. No one's going to give a shit.
No
No one's
one's
going
gonna
to shit
shit.
anymore.
no one's going to shit anymore.
Not for Microsoft.
You play Microsoft games.
You won't shit
You
anymore.
lose the ability to poop.
Yep.
You don't want
done.
that. You don't want to get gummed up.
No, because then
me.
everything up here gets fucked up, and then around in this area. I was trying to do something for the camera.
Feel good about that?
Yeah, I did.
So no
I
Microsoft.
will stick
man.
with it.
So no Microsoft. I don't know. I'm not very hopeful with them.
I'm 100% getting PlayStation.
Yeah.
Period.
Just even some of the games, and then that's just it. You didn't really see a lot of Sony's first party developers.
No.
Naughty Dog wasn't there showing off the next Uncharted or what's coming up after The Last of Us.
Yeah.
They were like, no, we'll keep this shit under wraps for now.
Yeah.
We'll reveal it later.
We don't care.
Right.
There is nothing that they need. All they needed to do was pull that sheet off of what the PlayStation 4 looks like, and they could have walked away. That is all they needed to do.
They didn't even have to do that. They could have just dropped the price.
Yeah.
Hey, $100 cheaper. For $20 more, the way you're going to spend on just the Xbox, you can get 2 games.
Yep.
Boom. Done.
That
Done
is
deal.
all they needed to do.
Sold. That's just it, man. That's great.
Before
It really
I
is.
saw anything else that Sony did at E3 this week, because I was watching everything at night, not while it was going on.
Yeah.
So I was going through it as I wanted to,
Yeah.
in the order I wanted to see things. The first thing I saw about Sony was the price point.
Yeah.
First thing I saw about Microsoft was the price point. So as soon as I saw that, Sony got my money.
Yeah. Dude, $100. I don't know a lot of people like saying, well, I mean, if you can afford to spend this much money on a console, an extra $100 isn't going to make that big of a difference.
And it doesn't.
$100 is that's damn near 10 months worth of a subscription,
Which you don't need for the PlayStation.
which you don't necessarily need. No, I
Okay,
mean,
if
if
you-
you have that, then you get a ton of free stuff from Sony and all that stuff, but you don't need it.
Well, it's not free stuff. If you pay the subscription, you're getting
You're
stuff.
getting these extra games and all this.
Yeah.
stuff, which Microsoft is going to start doing that with the Xbox One as well. Mm-hmm. But Sony's been doing it for a while.
Yep.
I trust the people who've been doing it for a while to be better at it, to be giving me better quality
And
stuff.
The great part about that is, like, and I expect Microsoft to not do this, but with those games that you get each month
Yeah.
that you can stream, they're not shitty titles. They're not indie games.
Right.
These are A+ titles.
Right.
They might be a year or
Older.
two old, A+,
Yeah.
but it's still, you don't get a chance to play every A+ title.
No, you really
so
don't.
if you have that subscription with Sony, you're getting a chance to finally play it.
Right, because while E3 was going on, Sony was giving out free games
Yeah.
to people who have the subscription.
They're just giving away free games.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's E3, free shit.
Yep.
Doesn't have anything to do with E3.
You know what
But
Microsoft
they were just
did?
like, why not? What?
Nothing.
Exactly.
They did nothing for their players.
So even though they're going to start with the Xbox One, Sony's been doing it for a while now. So I'm going to be trusting Sony to be doing it better.
Yeah.
That's, That's kind of like like if Call of Duty's like, we're going to be bringing in destructible environments. Yeah, but Battlefield's been doing it for a while. So if I want a game with destructible environments,
I'm going to play Battlefield.
I'm going to trust the guys at DICE
Yeah.
just because they have the experience with it.
And their engine's built around it.
Right. So, that's just how that is.
Have
But
you
but you don't even need the subscription.
No.
If you don't give a shit, you can save yourself $10-15 a month.
It's $15 a month.
Yeah, so-
You can save that and just play online.
Yeah.
You-
Which is still great.
You know why I got an Xbox?
Why?
Because you had an Xbox?
Yeah, do you know why I got an Xbox?
Why?
Because someone broke theirs and they gave it to me.
And you just stuck with it.
Yeah, that was, well, because at that point you start building up your library. Xbox breaks. You're like, well, I have all these fucking games. I guess
Yeah.
I'll get another Xbox. Build up the library bigger. That Xbox breaks. Well, I have all these games. Might as well get another fucking Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know how many more PlayStation games I could have had if I just stuck with PlayStation? I know people who still have their original PlayStation.
I do.
Their original PS3.
No, I have my original PlayStation.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, I know people who still say that they still have their PS2 and their PS3 that they first bought. Mm-hmm. It's just, I mean, the shit. If you're not stupid with it.
My Xbox, I've only had it for a little over a year and a half.
Yeah,
It's already starting to overheat.
yeah. Mine, my girlfriend, she has one of the new Slim models, and it runs like this. I'm like, Jesus fucking
Yeah, that's what
Christ,
mine
dude.
does.
Yeah. I'm like, this thing's just gonna just start vibrating itself into non-existence.
Yep.
For fuck's sake, I have to rest shit on top of it to get it to stop. And I know putting things on top of it while it's doing that probably isn't good for it.
No, that's actually really bad for
Yeah,
the games.
exactly. So I'm like, fuck this, dude.
All right, so what else did you like at E3?
Oh man, Jessica Nydry.
I don't know who that is.
She's like this kind of, I guess, bigger name cosplayer.
Oh, okay.
Really hot.
Awesome.
Really hot. Really, really.
Really hot.
Yeah, really hot. Really kind of.
Does she do the Chung-Li a lot?
I don't know, dude. She does.
She Japanese, Chinese?
No, she's white.
Oh, okay.
White
Then
girl.
no, that's not who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, she's smoking. I really like that.
All right.
No, I like the console. I do the games. I loved the games.
God damn it, so many games.
I was completely blown away by a lot of these big reveals.
Yeah, so was I.
Um,
It was really the one thing that I was blown away by the most for the reveals and stuff was the detail they went into for Ghost
yeah,
and how their new engine improves the environments. Did you watch that video?
I did. The environments do look good, man.
When I started watching the video, I thought that was a real fucking stream.
Right? No, that doesn't look better. Which is funny, but because when you actually watch some of the gameplay videos for Call of Duty, it kind of looks like you're kind of like, well, it doesn't look, greatly superior to what we're seeing now.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, yeah, you see like that the elemental demo that they had. And yeah, it looked amazing.
It looked incredible.
And that was something I liked about this whole E3 was that a lot of the developers, they weren't really shy about showing off actual gameplay.
No.
They were like, yeah, here's a quick trailer. All right, let's get to the fucking gameplay now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times the gameplay looked like the fucking trailer.
Yep.
For a lot of these, like Forza.
Yeah.
Which is going to be an Xbox One exclusive. Forza looked gorgeous, though, man. It was amazing. What's up?
Nothing. I'm just.
Oh, I thought you were.
No.
Oh, okay. And it was like that for a lot of games where it just the gameplay was fantastic, man.
Yeah.
And I mean that excited me. It really shows what the technology is going to be doing, which excites me even more because remember when the 360 and the PS3 first came out, the technology was at a point where people were were saying like, oh my god, this is leaps and bounds ahead of where it's at now. Mm-hmm. And now where the 360 and the PS3 are at now, it's leaps and bounds ahead of where it was when it first came out.
Yeah.
So for the Xbox One and the PS4, it looks leaps and bounds ahead of where we're at now. But what about in 5 years, in 6 years, when they're maxing out that hardware?
No
It's
shit.
gonna look insane,
Yeah.
and that excites me for the future.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I did and this is the big thing. Like, it does look better, but they can't do amazing things with it because they still have to concentrate on the last generation, at least for the next 6 months.
For now, yeah.
Until it becomes completely obsolete, and then we get to start seeing those improvements on graphics and gameplay and everything that is really pushing the limits of what the new systems can do. So
Right.
we're not even going to see what these systems can do until another 2-3 years from now.
And they're already doing great things with it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be integrating, tablets, phones.
Yeah.
They're gonna be integrating that shit a lot more with it. Like you saw it in the Battlefield 4 multiplayer trailer. It's this guy on his phone or tablet or something used his phone or whatever it was to call in an airstrike
While playing.
while playing the game.
He used his phone.
to call in an airstrike while he was in game. Yeah, which is insane.
That's fucking
He got to
insane.
use his phone because he had a map and it showed kind of where everything was on the map on his phone, and then he selected what he wanted and tapped on the screen where he wanted it at. And you're like, yes. And then he zoomed in on his scope to watch the missile coming in.
Nice.
And you're like, that's fucking insane, man. That's crazy.
That would be fucking awesome.
Right. I mean, and this like the Battlefield 4 multiplayer trailer, especially more than any other, blew me away because it really showed how much they're able to put into these games now.
Yeah.
They had a 64-person online map, 64 people on a map that was like the Shanghai map. So you had outdoor building to building street fighting, where they then went up into a building to the very top, shot, they had a firefight with an Apache helicopter, fought another squad of guys on the roof, jumped off the roof, parachuted back down to the streets from this building, and then that building came down.
Holy shit.
They dropped this fucking high-rise building.
That is
And
insane.
whereas most levels that we see now, even it's a lot of it's you're either in the building or you're outside the building. You have one map where you're outside, one map where you're inside.
Yeah.
It's very much split. You can't jump from one to the other. It's like they were actually fighting in a city.
That would be
And
awesome.
It was insane, and it's just what they're able to do with this stuff that really excites me.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Ghosts multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, which they didn't reveal any multiplayer
Nope.
at E3, did they?
They did
I wonder
not.
why they're keeping that one close to the
Because
chest.
they always do.
And I mean, it's going to be fast paced.
Oh, of course.
It'll probably be tight quarters, which is fine. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. And it's probably being pretty intense.
Yeah.
That dog too, man. I think the dog is probably one of the coolest looking things
Oh, fuck yeah.
that they've shown in the trailers so far.
Yeah, the dogs, they make me want to play the single player.
because it's cool, dude. It's such a neat little gimmick.
It is a neat little gimmick. I don't even fucking care.
What's up? Oh, and
Just one thing. I know I keep pointing at the screen or showing Kevin my phone. The reason is last week we tried to do the video also. My computer's out of service right now, and we were recording the video on one computer, the audio on the other. So last week we tried to do both all through Kevin's computer.
and something happened.
And the file corrupted for the video. So this week what we're doing is we're stopping the video before it corrupted last time. So like every 30 minutes. And then restarting it after it saves that 30 minutes so that we can not lose the file. And you get a YouTube video this week.
Anyone out there happens to know why a video will be just fine for 36 minutes and 20-something seconds and suddenly corrupt through the last half? If you could let us know.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Shoot us an email.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Give us a comment.
Yeah. So anyways. So that's it for news from E3 that we care about. Because if you haven't noticed yet, everything we've talked about is just stuff we care about. Because there was just so much.
Lots, yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we have 3 lists. Well, technically we have 5 lists. We each have a list of the top 10 games that we are excited for from E3. The top 10 games that we think are a waste of time from E3. And then combined top 5 list of the games that we think are going to do the best over the year. So we're going to go through these 3 lists. We're going to do... What do you want to do?
That's Jessica Knightley, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was at E3.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to go to E3.
And she's at, she does Comic-Con, and she does all the big stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Yeah, right?
I don't like that one. The Harley Quinn one.
Why not?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because my child's name is... Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the dude there.
I don't care. I wasn't looking at the dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man, she's...
Is she a porn star too?
No.
She looks like it.
She's just a cosplayer.
What the fuck?
Right?
God damn it.
Some people accuse her of not being a gamer, but I don't care.
I don't either.
She doesn't have to be.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I had E3 games.
That's right. What do you want to do first? You want to do our favorite games, least favorite games?
That's probably the worst 2-minute section we've ever had, Tristan.
You know what you should do when you're editing the video together? You should put a couple of those pictures up in the corner so people can see what the hell we were looking at.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Done. And I'll just cut out this little point explaining that.
No. Keep that in. Who cares?
Right.
And you could
Fuck you, it's our podcast.
What you could do is you could just cut us out completely of the video during this little part and just scroll pictures of her.
That's actually not a bad idea, dude.
See, this is why I did the editing before.
Yeah.
Because these ideas I come up with, you're just like, slap it together, put it online, we're done.
Pretty much.
I want the finesse. I want to make it look pretty. I want to do all the little things I've learned how to use with the program.
Right.
You're just like, slap it together, throw it on the internet. We're fucking done.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Straight and simple.
No.
I'm like Apple, dude. I like things simple.
You gotta have the finesse.
I like things clean cut.
No, you gotta have the finesse.
You want things spinning and curtains and like fireworks.
If you watch any of our other YouTube videos that are from our gameplay stuff, the ones that have like the titles and the curtains and everything
Mine had
else.
a title.
You had one title.
Mine had a title. That's all you need is one title.
No.
You don't need like a flip book of introductions.
It looked good though.
5 minutes later, you get into the gameplay on a 7-minute video. It would have been longer, but we ran out of time with all the intro. It takes a while to record a full orchestra.
What do you want to do first?
Let's do the shit that we're not sure about, the things that we don't like.
The losing games, as I've dubbed them. Holy shit! You okay there?
I'm good.
That Coke get away from you?
Yeah.
All right.
Stuck in my nose.
So the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna go through the list. One of us will do their number 10, and then the other one will do their number 10. There'll be a discussion in between and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, you go ahead and go first. What is the number 10 losing game?
I see. No, finding losing games, it was kind of tough for me, man, because there's so much there that I just liked.
I had no problem with it.
Really?
Yeah.
So I found some, though. I found one. Some of them I'm not like, oh, I don't like this at all. But... yeah, for the most part, just things I was kind of torn on.
Some of these I'm actually interested in playing, but I don't think they're going to do well.
Yeah. So
And then some of
that's pretty much how it is with me too.
And then some of these I think are just gonna fail.
Yeah.
All right.
So the first one for me, and I was excited about this one because it looked great when I first saw it. It's called Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, this looks gorgeous. It looks kind of like the movie Troy,
Yeah.
where he's charging through and does all this really cool shit. But then, even just watching the video, you start seeing the same quick time event played out.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like, well, is this how the whole game's gonna play?
Apparently.
Just quick time events. There's not really like a lot of actual, I don't know, any kind of skill with the finger. I'm saying skill when you're just hitting buttons, but
That takes some skill.
it does to really learn the moves and really master it. It does take skill.
Yeah.
But so it just looks like it's gonna be a lot of quick time events and stuff.
I don't disagree with you at all with this game. It's not actually on my list, but I don't think it's gonna do well either.
I mean, like I said, it looks really good, and it could be cool, but it just worries, especially seeing the same quick time events in like, I don't know, a 5-minute trailer.
Yeah.
It seems like it just ran out of gas early, and then a lot of what they're saying about it is that, but it looks gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
and anytime that's the fallback.
That's yeah.
Yeah. That's
What systems and distributor?
Xbox One specifically,
Okay.
and distributor I'm not 100% on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Way to drop the ball.
It was made using the Crytek engine though.
Remember when we first talked about doing this? I was like, get distributor.
Oh, sorry, it's a Crytek game. Yeah.
Remember I said get distributor. See, that's why I made a list. I actually made a list.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have my notepad open. There's a list 1 through 10. Second list 1 through 10. Third list 1 through 10. I've got them titled.
Good for you.
Number 10 for me is Yarn Yoshi. It's a Nintendo game. It's only going to be on the Wii U. My problem with this game is it feels like it is just Nintendo putting out character games that they own. Because they got nothing else. They have nothing to compete with the 1 or the 4.
Right.
So they got to get out as many games as they can that have their characters in it that they know are going to sell.
So that's where Yarn Yoshi comes from.
That's where Yarn Yoshi comes from. And that's my big problem with it. Is that why do we need a game of Yoshi made out of yarn?
Right.
We don't.
You don't.
Nope.
That is completely unnecessary.
It is.
So you wouldn't buy it?
No.
No.
Number 9.
This one, Tristan, you might hate me a little bit for this one, buddy.
Uh-oh.
But this is why it's higher up on the list, because it's still things that I'll probably play.
That's why it's towards the bottom of your
Or
list,
towards the bottom. Well, see, I'm thinking...
Yeah.
Like this is where like hell is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is further away from hell.
Yeah, that's why it's number 1. Hell is number 1.
Well, see, like I'm thinking, higher up on the list, because higher up on the list is further away from hell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My number 9, I'm going with Diablo 3.
You see, excuse me. I don't care that this game comes out on consoles. I already own it.
Right.
I've already beaten it. I'm already at the last playthrough. I don't give a fuck.
And it feels like it's a fucking day late and a dollar short.
Yep.
They're late to the party, man.
They're way late to the party.
And with all these other RPGs that have been coming out on next gen, and it's 360 PS3.
Yeah.
So it won't even be with all the next gen stuff, but with all these other role playing games and dungeon crawlers like fucking was it Dark Souls or Demon Souls, whatever it is coming out.
There's no room for it.
No, it's like it's unnecessary.
This game's already a year old.
Right, they're just trying to squeeze it in.
Yeah, all the people who want to play this game already have.
I've already probably played it, yeah.
The only reason people would pick this up is if it's on sale for $20 sometime. That's it. Like, I would pick it up if I had an extra $60 laying around just to see the difference between the PC and console version.
Right.
And that'd be the only reason I would never buy it.
No, see, I'd rent this.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going with the PS4.
All right, my number 9.
Yeah.
It falls in line with the same reason I had my number 10 on here. It's Mario and Luigi Dream Team Brothers. It's from Nintendo and 3DS. Another one, it's just let's get whoever we can out there to sell games.
Yeah.
Just to compete. And that's what it feels like Nintendo's doing with everything. So
Which I'll get to that here in a second.
Oh, you got some Nintendo games?
I did something different.
I have a bunch of Nintendo games on my winning list.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for me, my number 8, Wolfenstein.
No, number 9.
Yeah.
You're number 8 now. Yeah. Wolfenstein.
Yeah, Wolfenstein. It just feels like they're just throwing out because Wolfenstein. I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah.
But at this point, it just feels like they're just throwing it out there because they're like, well, we got to keep it alive.
Yep.
I mean, they're not really bringing anything new to the table with it.
No.
It feels tried. And the whole alternate reality gimmick thing just feels like something that they put in there because they didn't have any better ideas for it.
I completely agree. I thought we'd be disagreeing a lot more by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, being that I'm not like a huge Nintendo fan, and all of yours have been Nintendo, I'm like, yeah, fucking throw everything on there. Why not? I don't give a shit.
All right, number 8 for me, DuckTales Remastered. It's a Capcom game coming out for the PS3, 360, Wii U, and PC.
Yeah.
Do you know what this is? Did you see this?
No, I hadn't even heard about this.
Okay, DuckTales was a game on the NES.
Yeah.
And it was an incredible game. You know, back then, when DuckTales was really popular, and the NES had just started coming out, and it was an incredible game. I've beaten it. I loved it.
Yeah.
This is essentially, it is a remake of the original game. Same content, same voice acting, same lines, just with updated graphics. So
Yeah.
instead of taking the game and just updating the graphics, they literally remade the whole game, got the voice actors back. All the original voice actors, which is cool.
Yeah.
But they got all the original voice actors back, including the 93-year-old dude who played Scrooge McDuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but...
And that's where it ends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this was an incredible game back in the 90s, when DuckTales was popular. Nobody fucking knows what DuckTales is. And the people who do know what DuckTales is are not going to be spending their money on a DuckTales game from the 90s. I'm
So-
not going to drop money on this when I've already played it.
Same case as sort of a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, DuckTales doesn't even fucking exist anymore.
Exactly. That's the problem. So, yeah, DuckTales. No, I got to agree with that one, man. I didn't even hear about that.
I was excited for it at first, and then once I started reading about it, I'm like, no, I'm not excited about this. Tristan, stop fucking being nostalgic and move on.
Right.
We've got new consoles coming out. We need new
Have you
games.
seen the new games? I know, man. I know. All right, so my number 7.
Yes.
I probably should have flipped this one. Probably should have had this one first and then Wolfenstein.
Okay.
But Call of Duty.
What?
Yeah.
How fucking dare you?
The dog thing is the only thing that excites me about it.
This is probably going to be the only game on this whole list that you actually put any fucking time
And
into.
this is why it's 7. It's not number 1. Like I said, I'll probably end up playing, 7, 8, 9, and 10 still. Maybe not Wolfenstein, so, 7, 9, and 10 still. But the dog, like, that's the only thing. Everything else,
that
it doesn't really look that much different.
You're going to get this game. You're going to put fucking hours into the online play. You're going to play through the single player. Why would you even put this on your losing game list?
It just, everything on my winning game list was better.
And most of them are going to be games you don't even fucking ever play.
And it just, I don't know. I'm sorry. But it just, the dog thing is really the only innovative thing that I've seen so far. They didn't really reveal that much about it. The level demos that they showed off, like I said, they didn't really feel like they were that much improved from the old Call of Duty games. It still looked like just the older Call of Duty games.
We've been doing this show for just over a year now.
Mhm.
There have been 3 games that we have constantly talked about.
Yeah.
Do you know what they are? Can
Call
you
of
remember?
Duty.
Okay.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
No, Call of Duty is just Call of Duty. It's fine.
Oh. Skyrim.
Yep.
And
Borderlands 2.
Borderlands. Yeah, we did talk a lot about Borderlands.
Those
too.
3 games we've talked about more than anything else on this show. Consistently. And you're going to put it on your losing game list.
I am. They're going to have to show a lot more than what they did to draw me into it, man. Like I said, if graphically it didn't look that much better, it looks just like the same Call of Duty. Except for that one environmental demo. Like, that impressed me. And then you get to the actual where they're, like, underwater and stuff, and it's kind of like, looks like Call of Duty. Hooray.
Number 7. EA Sports UFC.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Fuck EA Sports.
It's an EA game, PS4 and 1.
just fucking have just EA Sports is just...
Yeah, I thought about that. Just all sports games.
Yeah, fuck that.
If you want to go fight somebody, go get in the fucking ring and beat some people up.
That's the thing with any sports game, man. If you want to fucking do the sport, do the fucking sport.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, we've got a cat problem here. They're growing.
And
not just in number, but in size.
I don't have anything to throw
Of
over
a
there.
10-pound weight.
No, don't wait.
Oh, well.
I have that book. Right there on top of the movie case.
Oh, the manual?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, you got him, Tristan.
And that came up on the camera. Cool.
Minute of convenience. Throwing shit at cat since 2013.
So that's my number 7. And just because it's a fucking sports game. I hate sports games.
Yeah, no shit. I do too, man.
Actually, that was just going to be my number 7. All sports games.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's fine. I'll do the individual
Especially since
ones.
they all feel the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's your number 6?
My number 6. You ready for this?
I'm ready to be angry at you again.
Wii U.
So you did do my idea. So anything Nintendo.
It pisses me off. Their whole thing was, well, we're gonna start recapturing the hardcore gamers. We're gonna bring them back into it, and then they just fucking abandoned that goal.
Yeah.
Yoshi Mario, no, was it Yoshi or Yarn Yoshi?
Yeah.
That was their.
Dream Brothers.
That's part of their strategy.
Yeah.
Dream Brothers. I'm gonna recapture the hardcore fucking gamers, my ass. They said that because I grew up with Nintendo. I did, and I love it. And then when they make a claim like that, and then they just abandon the goal.
Well, that doesn't mean they've abandoned it. It's still early.
You would think E3 would be the place where they'd show off that they're going to try and attract the hardcore gamers.
Well,
that's the big venue for that.
Black Ops 2 is on Wii U, and it's doing really well.
As well as...
No.
Yeah.
But it's because it's fucking Nintendo.
It's because they're not recapturing the hardcore gamers.
No, they're not.
They're not trying.
Not even close.
They're not.
All right, number 6 for me.
Fuck them.
Madden NFL 25. Hasn't he fucking died yet?
Are the rest just going to be sports games?
Most of them.
Awesome, dude.
For
That's
one,
cool.
isn't Madden dead? And if he's not, he should be.
That's just it, though, with these kinds of games. And he doesn't really have to be dead. They can just use his voiceovers from the earlier games.
And 20 fucking 5 years of this?
Right.
Can't we get a new name? And for 3, the same reason I put the fucking UFC one on there. If you want to fucking play football, go the fuck outside, get a football, and enjoy the fresh air.
Right?
I know that I'm guilty of this. I don't go outside, but I don't want to fucking play sports.
I don't want to play sports video games either.
No.
Hell no. So, yeah, gay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's from EA, PS3, 4, 360, and 1.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
We stopped that. We're like, fuck this game. FIFA, dude.
Yes.
FIFA, because I don't like sports games, but I hate soccer.
Yes. Nobody likes soccer.
My God. Because the camera is pulled so far back that everything's almost fucking unrecognizable.
It doesn't matter how good graphics gets, soccer games never look good.
And then the camera's pulled back far. I'm sitting back far, so I lose track of the soccer ball.
And your dude's running off the wrong
I
way.
fucking hate soccer video games, man. So, yeah, fuck FIFA.
Number 5 for me is Infinite Crisis. Warner Brothers, and as far as I know, it's only a PC game.
What's Infinite Crisis?
It's a DC-based game based off of the Infinite Crisis story arc.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a fighting game.
Oh, fun. Nah, fuck fighting games, too.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Now, if this was actually like a story-based game, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
But it's a multiplayer online fighting game.
Like multiplayer as in there's 2 people fighting against each other?
Yes.
Oh.
But the game is built to be
Well, yeah, a
multiplayer.
single-player online fighting game would be just fucking shitty. Of course, with Xbox now, everything's going to be an online.
Yes, no shit. All right. Number 4.
Do Titanfall.
The first fucking game from Rare Spawn in a decade, and you're going to drop it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I saw it, and I was completely unimpressed.
Made by the dudes who made Modern Warfare, the best-selling Call of Duty games ever.
Yeah. And I saw it, like I said, I was just kind of like,
Right.
I was like, it did nothing to impress me. So I was like, well, that's just another.
I just remembered why I hated this episode last year.
It's another first-person shooter in an already overpopulated first-person shooter.
But this one's
field.
going to be different.
There's gonna be mechs you can jump into.
Exactly. I love mechs.
I do too. And maybe Pacific Rim will get a really good video game.
No.
No, but it won't. I don't know. That's just me, man.
God damn you, Kevin. I hate you so much right now.
If it was a brand new first-person shooter by like the guys from DICE, maybe I'd be a little more interested.
Yeah, no.
Like, if I'm in a mech, I want to be stomping through buildings.
You know what? I want to kind of change one of my things that I have on here.
You don't have to tell them. They don't know what order your list is in.
No, I'm going to take one off because you
okay.
did it already, so we don't need to talk about it again.
What?
FIFA was my number 4, but I'm going to change it to Battlefield 4.
Just to piss me off?
No, because just for the same reason you put Titanfall there. We don't fucking need another first-person shooter. Give me Halo, give me Call of Duty. That's all we need.
Until you've seen the Battlefield 4 multiplayer
I
trailer
don't
that I
care.
sent you?
It's
See,
too-
how you can't... No, see, you're making judgments because it's crowded. Not whether it's impressed you or not.
No, it's too big. Battlefield in general is just too big.
Which is why it's going to be 64 player online multiplayer.
Exactly. That's too fucking many people.
Nah, that's gonna be
All I
great.
need is 12.
Trust me, until you've seen the trailer, until you've actually seen it, I don't want to hear any judgments.
No, that's too big. The maps
No,
are too big.
Too big.
For a person with my playstyle on a first-person shooter, those maps are too big.
Nah, it's gonna be great.
You can't run and gun. You have to be strategic and shit, and that's dumb.
Yeah, well, when Call of Duty starts dropping high-rise buildings on people, while you're parachuting out the top floor of that high-rise building,
That's fucking stupid.
this game is creating like movie-level moments
No, it's
in
not.
the online multiplayer.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. When you take an elevator to the top floor of a building, and when you get out of that elevator and there's an Apache helicopter looking in through the window firing at
No
you,
one cares.
That's insane.
Nobody cares.
Apparently, a lot of people
This
care.
game is gonna fail.
Yeah, okay.
It is not gonna sell one copy.
I'm gonna laugh when you end up buying it 'cause it's amazing.
Fuck you. All right, what's your number 3?
My number 3, honestly, I ran out of things I didn't like. Oh, no, what was it? Primal Instincts, dude.
Killer Instincts?
Killer Instincts, yeah.
That game was incredible back
See,
in the day.
I don't like... Back in the day.
Yeah, this is me.
Says the guy who was saying DuckTales was incredible back in the day.
I'm old.
Fuck back in the day, Tristan. We're not back in the day. Just they showed it during the conference, and they kind of just like they included it in such a way where I felt like it was attached to like another game, but it wasn't. They're just like, if we don't insert this right now, people are gonna lose interest.
Yep.
So they did it. 30 seconds later, the little intro for it was over.
Yeah.
And I was like-
I wasn't impressed with the intro either.
Just fighting games in general. I'm not
I
a big
like a
fan.
lot of fighting games. I used to be a big fighting game person though. Like
I like Dead or Alive.
you like Dead or Alive because you're a pervert.
Yes, sir.
All right, my number 3. I actually like this game, but
Clearly not, Tristan.
no. My problem with
It's
it.
toward the shit end of your shit list.
My problem with it is that it's just Disney ripping off someone else's good idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Disney Infinity.
Disney Infinity?
Yes.
What's that?
It's Disney's version of Skylanders.
Oh yeah.
It is the exact same thing, just with Disney characters.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it. And I think it's cool because it gives kids, and it's a kids game, so that automatically gets props from me. And it's cool because it's a cool idea with characters they already know. With
Right.
Spyro, you don't actually know any of those characters. The only character who's actually known from anything is Spyro, and you actually don't use him that often.
Yeah.
So having a Disney game doing the same thing is interesting, but because they're just ripping off someone else's good idea is why I put them on the list.
That's a good reason. That's a decent reason.
All right, what's your number 2?
Kingdom Hearts 3. No,
Get out.
I'm kidding.
Fucking get out. This is done.
I don't want to hear that from the guy who bitched about the trailer.
The trailer pissed me off.
Before the show, you bitched about it,
Okay, I hate the trailer because it doesn't fucking give me anything.
right? No, dude. Honestly, I ran it. I couldn't find things that I didn't like. I don't know if I just couldn't find good lists or good examples, but after those, I mean, yeah, I can go through and list every fucking EA Sports game.
Yeah.
But but like I said, like a lot of the shit you've already mentioned.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, there's just so much that I was excited about.
I got
that.
2 more.
Do you?
I got 2 more good ones.
We'll jump on it.
All right, so you have no more.
No, I'm
All
out,
right, I'll
man.
just do my 2
I'm
then.
out.
All right, number 2 is Drive Club, which is the Sony driving game to fight Forza.
See, I thought about throwing that and Forza on there, but Forza did look gorgeous.
It's still a driving game.
But then, I mean, they simulate very well.
Okay, but again, this goes back to the sports thing. You want to drive? Go fucking get in your car.
Yeah, see, the thing is, though, in order for me to drive like you would in Forza, there's a very real chance I'm going to have like a $700 speeding ticket.
That's fine.
No one's going to go outside and give me a $700 throwing a football poorly ticket. You know? So, there's a difference there. And then with Drive Club, I gave that one. I didn't include Forza just because it was gorgeous and it does do the simulator thing very well, even though I'm in no way interested in it.
Yeah.
And then Drive Club I didn't include because that game is so far, it's so early in development still, that even graphically it's not going to compare to Forza yet.
No, not
it's
yet.
Nowhere near being done.
Plus, Forza has a huge fan base. This one doesn't because it's the first one.
Yeah, plus I just don't feel as passionately about hating driving games as I do about sports games.
No, they fall into the same category for me.
Well, see, I think for me, though, the reason why I hate sports games so much is because of the people who play them.
They're
I-
asshats.
they're the same kind of people who will watch a sports game and they get real fucking obsessive about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
I got upset when my
Like-
team got knocked out of the playoffs in the NHL.
You were upset? I saw a guy who was ready to get into a fight because someone insulted his quarterback.
Yeah.
Someone insulted his
Yeah.
quarterback. See, and then that's the same kind of person who also plays sports games. And I'm just like, get away from me.
All right, my next one. I actually hate this game with a passion already. It hasn't even been released yet.
What's that?
Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Square Enix is going to be out for PS3, PC, and I think 4.
What's that one? Because I know Final Fantasy 15.
14 is already out. It is already a game that exists. It's an MMO for PC.
Oh, the
And
Final
it-
Fantasy 11.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it failed miserably.
It did. It did not do well
So what they're doing is they're re-releasing it
with a new title.
with a new title.
Oh.
And it's going to fail miserably again because Final Fantasy does not translate over to multiplayer games.
No, Final Fantasy is one of those universes where it does really well single player,
Yes.
where you feel like you're the biggest badass there.
Yeah.
You're the only one who can save the world.
Exactly.
That's what those games do well. Doing
In-
that on an
In
MMO,
an MMO, you're not the biggest
no,
badass
you feel just
anymore.
like a normal person.
Yep, because everyone's a badass.
And that's what I want when I play a game, to feel like I do in real life. That's amazing.
So now let's go through our winning games.
Our winning games. It's a list of top 10 games that we loved.
That we think are going to do
That
well.
we cannot wait for.
Yeah, that we probably won't play.
It's going to be the greatest shit you will see coming up in the next year. Starting with number 10.
Number 10 on my list is going to be Watch Dogs.
Really?
It was on my list last year. I'm putting it back on there. I did drop it down a lot, though.
I was going to say, why so far back on the list?
Because I had it so far up on the list last year, waiting for this fucking game to come out. It never fucking came out. Finally, and it's back in E3, so it still deserves a mention, but it doesn't deserve to be up towards the top again.
All right.
But I'm still super fucking excited about it. I cannot wait for this game. And the more I see, the more I want it.
Did you see I've got like just bubble stuck in my throat.
From the beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this isn't actually like a gameplay trailer. The gameplay looks cool.
Yeah.
But did you see their recent kind of like CG trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he like kind of gets into their base and fucks
and
everyone up.
this game looks even better with the next gen stuff.
It does.
Like, I was excited for this gen, and then they're like, oh, hey, we are waiting and releasing for next gen. I'm like, oh, I'm going to cream my pants.
The game's gonna be fucking cool, man.
All right, what's your number 10?
Final Fantasy 15. It's far back on the list because I'm apprehensive,
I just don't care anymore.
but I love so much of the old Final Fantasy stuff, man.
So you're being nostalgic.
I'm being hopeful, optimistically, or what is it? Cautiously optimistic.
You're being nostalgic. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm waiting for another Final Fantasy 7 to come out, and they're never, ever going to do it.
And I'm hopeful because they're finally moving away from 13.
yeah,
I feel like Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, 13-3, 13-4, 13 returns,
Yeah.
Lightning returns.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like the combat, it looks a lot less restrictive,
Mm-hmm.
a lot less turn-based, which I'm never a huge turn-based fan.
I love turn-based games.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Number 9. Sonic Lost World.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the way that they're doing this game, it's set up to do the side scroll and 3D, and the transitioning that they have in it makes it look like it's going to work really well, switching back and forth from side scroll to 3D.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
think
just
it's going to give people motion sickness.
well, Sonic games always give
To
people
have this
motion
game,
sickness.
imagine this game is like rolling in 3D and just all of a sudden, boom, 2D. People be like, oh,
And it just
fuck.
they've made it look like it's just all the problems I've had with all the current Sonic games, they've improved upon. It
Really?
looks like, yeah. So
Man,
I'm hoping. I'm being cautiously optimistic.
cautiously optimistic. Or seeing it in 2D and your eyes are focused on that and then all of a sudden,
Well, no, it's still in 3D graphics.
it's like 3D background.
Yeah,
while
it's
2D
still-
side-scrolling.
No, it's still like Sonic looks 3D. Everything in the background looks 3D. It's just side scrolling, and
Really?
then it'll flip camera angles so you're running behind him instead of to the side of him.
Come on.
I-
We're past that.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
I love Sonic.
Number 9, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Nice.
Because I like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but those were also back in Square's
Heyday.
in their better days.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's been so long since one of these games came out. It's either gonna be amazing or it's gonna fail. And
Pretty
I'm
much.
hoping amazing.
Because this is also, part Disney.
Yes.
And I'm hoping to see,
So
the
it's-
Avengers
it's-
team in there
it's-
somewhere.
I don't think so.
Why not?
It's
Disney.
possible.
It's not impossible.
You could
now.
see Yoda in there too.
Right?
That would be amazing.
So you never know. I mean, how cool would that be if Vader's part of the, he's one of the bad guys.
That
in the
would be
fight?
fucking cool.
So, it's number 9.
All right.
Just out of hope.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be good.
Kingdom Hearts 3, A New Hope.
Nice. I like it.
Thank you.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Number 8. Titanfall. You son of a bitch.
Because of the mechs or what?
Just because Rare Spawn. I don't even care about anything having to do with the game. It's
Respawn?
It's Respawn.
Yeah, Respawn.
Rare Spawn, Respawn, whatever.
Yeah, no, you love them, Tristan.
What, Rare Spawns?
Yeah.
I do love Rare Spawns. It's a Respawn game, and they've done nothing but give me gold. So,
Since when?
Perfect Dark. The
No,
first one.
Rare. Rare's done nothing but give you gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this is created by the guys or some of the Modern Warfare team.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, what's the Rare Spawn game that was coming out?
Rare. I don't know. Is Rare even making a game?
Yeah, that was a big thing. No, that's Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct's Rare Spawn.
Oh.
No, that's why I'm excited about this game. I'm sorry, I got confused. This game is being created by the dudes from Modern Warfare. And that's why I'm excited about this game, because they're taking a futuristic approach and putting it towards Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And that's what I've wanted from Call of Duty. I like the modern part of it, like that it's current, but I'm a sci-fi guy, so
Right.
I want a shooter that's better than Halo. That's sci-fi.
I mean, I like the mech thing, man.
The mech thing looks cool too.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens with
I
it.
don't know.
All right, what's your number 8?
Beyond Two Souls.
That game is gonna be fucked up
Yeah. And I was watching a trailer for it.
with all the rape and sodomy.
Watch a trailer for it. I mean, visually alone,
Yeah,
it looks stunning.
but also they're doing things. It's not on my list,
Mm-hmm.
but they're doing things with this game that no other game's ever approached.
What's that?
The real life aspect of it.
There.
Things that people do not touch in video games.
Yeah.
And it's just
Like
rape and sodomy. Exactly. And it'll be interesting to see the character development using these aspects that are not used in video games. That are normally taboo for any kind of entertainment media.
I'm kind of wondering where the rape comes in, though. Because, I mean, I'm not saying like I just want to.
You just want to see a
I
rape
just
scene.
want to skip to that. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is because Ellen Page, she does the main character.
Yeah.
And she does still look like she's 16.
She isn't though.
No, she's not. But it's
Ellen Page. That's
Ellen
the
Page.
girl from.
She plays Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, Juno.
Yeah, Juno. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna go for more pop culture reference than geek reference. I don't know why when we're doing a geek show.
But yeah, Juno was a funny movie, man.
Fuck yeah, it
She
was.
was hella funny. In that.
And she's hot.
She is. She really is.
She might look like she's 12, but she's hot. She's a hot 12.
She's a hot 12. She's like a 12-year-old who started drinking milk products early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she develops in all the right areas,
Exactly.
just not in the face.
But I mean, she's in it. You got I
Willem
forgot his
Dafoe.
name. Willem Dafoe, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then that's not just that they're in it. You see them and you're like, oh, that's who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and it looks gorgeous.
And
the gameplay even looks fun.
The only
Just
thing
when I've seen it in the trailers, which may not have the actual gameplay.
the only thing that William Dafoe has ever done wrong was Green Goblin. And that wasn't even his
that
fault.
wasn't his fault. Yeah.
Because my problem with that
Writer director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have covered his face. They should have given him a face mask that still let him do his facial expressions,
Right.
because that's what he does.
Hell yeah. His face is very recognizable.
Yeah, well, he's a facial actor too. Like, he can portray anything with his facial expressions.
Yeah.
He's mastered it.
Constipation.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he did it in Boondock Saints.
Right.
Through that whole movie.
No
He went through
shit.
the whole spectrum of emotions, and you could just see it on. You can watch his scenes and know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. No, that's the big movie I think.
But
when I
you
think
could
of
do
him.
it in mute. In that movie, you can mute his scenes, and you can tell if he's happy, if he's angry, if he's frustrated, what emotions he's portraying with his words just through watching his face.
Can you point out the fucking fairy comment? Just from his face.
No, just because I've seen the movie 30 times.
All right. 7.
Castlevania Lord of Shadows 2. Konami game coming out for 360, PC, and I think all the new next gen.
Nice.
I'm excited for this game. I'm hoping it's going to be better than Lord of Shadows 1. I'm hoping they get back to their roots of Castlevania.
Man,
Fucking love Castlevania.
I'm one of those gamers. I may have grown up with a lot of the side-scrolling type games, but I was so glad when we got out of them.
See, I don't even like it. Castlevania 64 was the one that really sticks out in my mind, and it wasn't a side scroller.
No,
It was Castlevania 64 was the first 3D Castlevania.
because we've had a lot of side-scroller ones recently, haven't we? But those are all like portable, like
Yeah.
handhelds. Yeah. Why though? Are you just hoping for?
I'm hoping for good.
Is it nostalgia?
No, it's just I want a good vampire game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, a good vampire game would be cool.
Yeah.
There was one game that's gonna be on my list. The Order 1886.
Yeah.
Which looks like that's like werewolves and shit.
Mhm.
But that was one of the ones I had to drop because I had a list of 18,
Yeah.
and
Mine got up to 25,
yeah.
and I dropped it down to
It gets
10.
bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of good games.
I'm guessing a lot of the games I dropped are going to be on your list.
Number 7, Watch Dogs. Same reason.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it
game
it
is-
looks phenomenal.
You didn't have it on your list last year.
I thought I did.
No, you did
I
not.
thought I did.
You gave me a bunch of shit for it.
No, I thought I had that.
No, because you had taken it off for Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
Another game that was 2 E3s in a row.
Yeah. Which then that game looks like it's really going to be like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping for the same thing with Watch Dogs.
Yeah, so am I. So I'm glad that the game that you took Watch Dogs off of for last year is now going to be successful. So now you can move on to enjoying Watch Dogs.
Right.
So I was right.
And Last of Us would have been on my list, but
Since it came out-
of this recording, it's officially released. So,
Yeah. Technically not a part of E3 anymore.
Yeah.
So what are we at? 6?
6.
Destiny. From Bungie Entertainment. I don't know if they're actually Bungie Entertainment. I just like putting entertainment in people's names. Meta Convenience Entertainment.
Hey. I heard this game's going to be kind of like
I read it
one
was
of our
gonna be
3 games that we talked about a lot.
Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2.
I've read that it's going to be a combination of Borderlands 2 and Halo.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's kind of. Yeah.
Which, if that's true, I'm in.
I'm assuming it's like a Halo type game with friends jumping in and out
Mm-hmm. Which
with quest lines and
Mhm.
shit like that.
I'm in.
That'd be cool.
Bungie did really well with Halo 4. I was really impressed. So, yeah, I'll give them a chance.
I haven't really seen a lot on the game. See, that's one of those games where I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to see more.
Yeah.
Before I'm like yes or no.
It's also going to be next gen, so I'm kind of excited with how well they did with Halo 4.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they can do with the next gen technology.
Yeah. And they had that little sneak peek for Halo 5.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
was like, oh, look, well,
Unnamed. It's actually not Halo 5 as of yet.
Halo 5, whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. I was like, that looks kind of cool.
All right, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Star Wars Battlefront.
I took that one off my list.
Why? Why would you do that to a Star Wars game?
Because
Especially Battlefront, man.
when was the last time we had a good Star Wars game? Why are you deleting your lists?
I don't know.
We need these. Remember, I need a copy of your list.
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
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 You're not going to give it to me, are you?
No, I'm giving it to you.
Okay. Remember, I need a copy of both your lists.
I know.
Okay.
Don't worry.
In the proper order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. All right.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Why did you put Battlefront on there, number 6?
Because I'm excited for it, man. I love the other Battlefront games.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's being made by DICE.
Yeah,
which
that's true.
means destructible environments.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, their game engine is built for it, so I didn't see why not.
It is going to be the Frostbite game engine. And, I mean, come on. Getting to play as, like, a Jedi in a combat zone
Mm-hmm.
with destructible environments,
That would be awesome.
that's going to be badass. I don't care who you
I thought
are.
the Battlefront games weren't Jedi.
Well, no, they're not technically, but you can unlock Jedi's in them. Like after you score
okay.
enough points or get enough kills. I forget what the requirement is, but yeah, you can unlock a Jedi, and then when you go to respawn in, you'll spawn in as a Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Until the time runs out or until you die,
Okay.
and then you come back as like an actual just soldier.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it, but I'm also reserving hope because this is the first time that Disney's made a Star Wars game.
well, Disney's not making it.
Disney's not making it, but this is the first time that a Star Wars game's being released since Disney took over Star Wars.
Yeah,
They've pushed away a lot of Star Wars games that I was excited about.
like
that
1313.
I don't even want to talk about it.
It hurts.
It does.
It hurts.
So, realistically, until they start giving me what I want as a fan and consumer,
Yeah,
I'm not really going to be supportive of them. Even if it's an incredible game and I really want it, I don't want to be supportive because they took away what I wanted.
right.
just because it wasn't started by them.
Yeah.
Fuck you, just do the project that's almost finished, let it be released, and then cut them.
They may still do that. I mean, maybe they just passed it along to like the Dead Space developers.
But it needs to be developed by the people who started it. Let them release it, because if someone else gets their hands in it, they might fuck it up from what it could have been.
They might, or how do you know what it could have been? Would have been awful. And they might save it.
But you don't know either way.
That's just that you don't know, so you can't pass that judgment.
But I'm going to, because I'm an opinionated prick.
You are.
And that's why I put my number 5 on the list. Super
All right.
Smash Brothers, number 4.
Alright.
This game's going to be amazing. Super Smash Brothers has never disappointed. It's always been amazing. I'm kind of upset with a couple of the new characters they've announced so far. Mega Man I'm excited about. That's going to be cool.
Who are you upset about?
The villager from Animal Crossing
Oh.
and the Wii Fit Me person.
Oh,
That's 2 of the new characters.
that is disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't care about them. Everyone else can stay and we'll have fun.
You just don't use them then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, well, I won't use any of the new characters because me and Pikachu are going to fuck shit up again for another Super Smash Brothers.
I think Pikachu got kind of outdone in the recent games.
I love Pikachu in that fighting game. I don't care about him I like the storyline in these games because they're always fun. They're always interesting the way that they do it because it's always different than other fighting games. But Pikachu's just my character. He's my go-to guy when I need to fuck someone up.
So that's good for me though. That I can just come over here and play Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to buy 2 consoles, I'm probably going to buy a PS4 and then an Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get a PS4 and a Wii U.
Yeah.
So
We'll just combine them into just one massive playing area.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. No, Super Smash Brothers, man. If I had a Wii U, I'd be just incredible.
Well, I don't have one yet.
If I was anticipating getting one,
Yeah, I will be.
I'd be excited for that.
All right, your next game?
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Eh.
Because Dragon Age is going to be gorgeous on next gen consoles, and I'm hoping they kind of go back to like the first Dragon Age game, which was fantastic and amazing and fantastically amazing. And it was just everything I ever hoped for in any kind of a darker fantasy RPG.
I guess.
You ever played Dragon Age?
No.
No.
So I don't care.
No. You call yourself a gamer.
Fuck you.
You call yourself an RPG lover.
Lever. I'm an RPG lever.
If it's not World of Warcraft, Skyrim, or Call of Duty, Tristan's never played it.
That is not true. I have other games over there.
Yeah, I've played Borderlands.
I have played the shit out of Borderlands. I have almost 200 hours logged into that fucking game.
Man, Dragon Age, that game sucked me, and
There are games that suck me in, and I stay with them for a while. Like, I've been playing a shit out of Defiance lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that game. And the more I get into the show...
I didn't think that you had been.
The more I get into the show, the more I want to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, to immerse myself more into that world, because the show doesn't give me everything I want in the universe.
Right.
It doesn't explain all the races. It doesn't explain all the stupid little nuances in the world that I want.
Oh, they gotta be stupid. That's fucked up.
You know what? Fuck you. Number 3. No, number 4.
Number 4.
Batman Arkham Origins.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Yeah. That game's going to be incredible. I don't even care.
If I stuck to my original, 18 list,
It would have been on
it would
there.
have been on there. God, I want to see actual gameplay for it.
Yeah, I do too.
I love that 5-minute trailer that they put out where he's fighting Deathstroke. And,
That is fucking incredible.
and there's the sniper, and you see the Black Mask guy.
Mhm.
What's his name? Black Mask. Whatever.
Black Mask.
It might just be Black Mask.
It might be.
But just that fight with Deathstroke.
That is
was
fucking cool.
awesome. So I want to see actual gameplay, though. It's probably going to look like the other Batman games,
I'm assuming. Just better graphics because it's
Right.
next gen.
which is cool. I'm fine with that, though.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
An MMO, which I'm sure is going to just destroy my life.
Is it the...
The Division.
Yeah.
Visually, it looks cool, man. It looks really good. It doesn't look cartoony. Doesn't nothing like that.
Yeah.
It looks really good. And then it's a third person kind of over the shoulder shooter,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. I love those games.
Those games are fun, yeah.
So you can you're sliding behind cover and shit like that. You're doing these little firefights with people, but you're still doing quests, and you're still you still have your talents and all this other
Yeah.
shit you can still throw out.
It's going to be interesting. I'm not one who gets into MMOs that much anymore. Like, the only reason I've really gotten into Defiance is because of the show. Just
Right.
because I'm just such a fan of the show.
Right.
But other than that, I have no interest in this one. Like, because it's a new title, it doesn't have any kind of back with it. Like, that's why I get into MMOs.
Yeah.
Like, the whole reason I got into World of Warcraft was because I was such a huge fan of the lore of the Warcraft universe.
Right.
So I wanted to play that to get more into the universe.
Well, see, and that's kind of what this is for me, though, too. It doesn't have, like, a backstory, like, with characters that are well-defined and well thought out. But what it does have for me, it's taking place in this whole sort of, like, apocalyptic scenario.
Mhm.
And I've always been a fan of those. Like, as
Yeah,
far as
those-
books and movies and shit like that
Those
goes.
are fun.
So just that it takes place in something like that for me, I'm kind of like, all right, backstory complete.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. My MMO that I'm going to get sucked into. Elder Scrolls Online.
No, I mean, maybe I took it wrong, but I feel like you've bitched about this.
I have. There's one complaint I have about this game.
That it looks,
Cartoony.
yeah.
That it doesn't have the same realistic feel that the other Elder Scroll games have. Even on the older consoles, like the Xbox and the PS2. Like, even those ones, like the first couple, looked more realistic than this game does.
Yeah.
This feels like World of Warcraft in the Elder Scroll universe.
Which, I mean, who knows? Maybe that's what it needs. Maybe that'll be great.
It might be. I'm not saying that it's not going to be great. Like, I think the way that the combat system looks like it's going to start working out, it's a lot more refined and in depth than just what you have in the Elder Scroll games now. It's not just hold, block, hit, attack, charge up your spells. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
But it also looks like there's a lot more to it than you would find in a regular MMO too. It looks a lot more detailed.
So, do you know, like you just said, that you're not really,
The graphics don't excite me.
and you're not really kind of, jumping, you're not really planning on jumping into any real big MMOs
No.
anytime soon, because they suck up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Do you really think you're going to play this one?
I don't think I'm going to play this one, but I am really excited about it. I'm excited to see what it can do.
See, I want to play that one, but it's, I don't know, man, because when I saw the graphics for it,
That killed it.
It kind of disappointed me a little bit.
And realistically, unless they announce that this game can be played single player without having to be connected to the internet, or they release an Elder Scrolls 6, I'm not really going to be getting into another Elder Scroll game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've thought about checking out that and the Division, and then if they're really good, if they actually really kind of suck me in, then yeah, I mean, I'll keep playing them. But MMOs are one of those things it's an investment, man.
It is.
And it's an investment you have to be prepared to make before you start playing the game.
Yep. You have to have the time and energy to put into it, or you're not going to get anywhere and it's a waste of your time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you don't have the time to put into these games, then you don't get anywhere. It's not like Call of Duty where you can pick up for an hour or two once a month and still be competitive. With MMOs, if you don't put in 3-4 hours a day, you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
And especially with, well, I don't know about 1888, but with Elder Scrolls, with how big this universe is going to be, I doubt 3 or 4 hours a day is going to be enough to stay competitive.
It's a big world, man.
Yeah.
They have a lot of history in those games.
Oh, yeah. And plus having Morrowind, Hammerfall, Skyrim.
Tamriel.
Yeah, all of Tamriel.
Yeah.
The whole fucking continent. And Oblivion on top of it.
Well, I thought Oblivion, because that's not the name of the continent it was on. That was the one game where they decided to use a name that wasn't in the place.
No, Oblivion is the world, like hell, essentially.
Oh, right. Well, the Oblivion plane or whatever it was that they kept going to.
Yeah.
In the game, yeah.
And that is another zone you can go to.
Nice.
On top of every other fucking zone in Tamriel.
See, and I don't know. MMOs on a console, they worry me.
Yeah.
You're very limited on buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, if they can do something where they let you, like some of the games where they'll let you use your tablet or your phone to manage your inventory, and you can set up like hotkeys on your phone.
Yeah.
Your phone's just sitting right there next to you. As you're playing the game, you can, fucking, okay, boom, that one. Okay, boom, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, boom, that one. Okay, boom,
That would be cool.
That'd work out well. But you lose a lot when you're just restricted to just the controller buttons.
Yep.
So, that was which one was that?
Number 3.
Number 3.
So number 2.
No, I'm on my number 3 now.
Yeah, you're on your number 3.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ, Tristan. Witcher 3, man.
I'm over the Witcher games.
Nope. I love my dark fantasy games.
I played 1.
And The Witcher gives them to me.
I played 2. And I don't have any more questions. So there's no reason for a 3 for me.
I love
2.
Geralt of Rivia.
2 didn't leave me with any unanswered questions. I'm okay.
Well, it doesn't leave me with any unanswered questions.
Then I don't need a 3.
And I still can't wait for 3.
Then I don't need one.
Because they're really good games. And you know what? That's all you need.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you'd rather have a game that you're not going to play on there. An MMO, the graphics I'm not excited about, and I'm not really looking forward to this game. Probably won't even play it. But it's my number 3.
I'm excited to watch what this game does, though. Because this game is going to really be the test of how well an MMO works on consoles.
If we were talking about shit we were excited to watch, this would have been our top 5 list of movies.
I'm excited to keep up with it, like, to see where it goes. Because if this game succeeds, you're going to see a lot more MMOs coming to consoles. More so than 1888. If Elder Scrolls...
You mean The Division?
Yeah, The Division.
Yeah.
If Elder Scrolls Online succeeds on consoles, and not just on PC, then you're going to see a lot more MMOs coming to console that are really well done and thought out.
Right.
So that's why I'm excited about it, to see what comes because of it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. Witcher 3. Can't wait. I'm excited. It's a good game. I love it. And fuck you.
And fuck you. All right, number 2. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the first 2 were incredible, and the way the second game ends leaves you with so many unanswered questions and so many ways the game could go forward that the little mini fucking portable games that came out afterwards don't answer any of those questions. We need it, and I want it fucking filled.
Don't you want to wait before putting it so high up on your list? Shouldn't you wait until you see a trailer that doesn't piss you off?
No, because I know I'm going to buy this game the day it comes out.
Even though it's being made by Square still.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's had kind of a dicey track record lately.
But this is already... Oh, never mind. I can't even make that argument because they fucked up Final Fantasy.
They certainly did.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see new gummy ships. I'm excited to see what worlds they'll use that they haven't used, what worlds they'll go back to.
Yeah. No, there's a reason why it was my number 9.
Yeah. It's my number 2.
Right.
All right. Number 1.
Number 2, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. Jesus.
I'm going to do that every single time.
Battlefield 4.
Fuck Battlefield 4.
You know what? Until you watch that 5-minute trailer, when you watch that trailer,
you know what?
Tell me you're not impressed.
You go ahead. You vent right now. I'm gonna watch it right now.
All right.
No, I'm not.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
When you've watched that 5-minute, 55-second trailer, and tell me that you're not impressed at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. And I'll know that you're a fucking liar.
Okay.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Will I be hanging from a telephone wire?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn right.
Cool.
Piece of shit.
Is that all you had to say about it? Game's gonna fucking fail. Cool.
Right. when you've seen that's all I can say is fucking watch the online multiplayer.
All right, number 1.
See, I don't have to try and convince you because you know what, the video speaks for itself.
Okay, number 1 is going to be not only is it the game I am most excited to see, but it is going to be the best-selling game of this year. Next year.
Nothing Tristan loves more than shit that doesn't change.
Call of Duty Ghost.
Because Tristan loves spending $60 every year on a game that's the same as the game he just played.
No, it isn't.
Just so he can play it for 3 months and then play it intermittently in between DLCs. It's a game, Tristan. You spend $120
on a game that I'm going to play intermittently for a year.
For a year, just so you can buy the next year's game and play essentially the same game.
And that's what Battlefield is.
No.
Yes.
Battlefield grows.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. You're going to be doing shit in this next game that you couldn't do in Battlefield 3.
Because it's next-gen consoles. The same thing's going to happen with Ghost.
You hope.
It will.
You think.
It will.
You think.
It will.
See, you don't know.
It
Whereas
will.
I know with Battlefield 4 already. I've seen the multiplayer.
Okay. All right. You know what? I want you to remember this right now. We are almost 2 hours in. I want you to remember this exact moment. So when they released a gameplay trailer for the multiplayer for Call of Duty Ghost, and there's all sorts of new cool shit.
I haven't seen that gun before. No, see, Battlefield 4, they upped the ante. Way more people, way bigger maps, way more interactive maps.
What's your number 1?
They shoot this pillar in an underground parking garage.
No one cares.
And the entire roof comes collapsing in.
Good for it.
That's fucking awesome.
Fuck it. I don't care.
That's fucking awesome.
I fucking hate Battlefield.
Why?
You know how many
you suck at it?
You know how many times I played Battlefield 3?
You're awful at it.
You know how many times I played Battlefield 3?
How many?
3 times.
Because you're awful.
You know why?
Why?
It's a shitty game.
No. Yeah, okay.
It looked like shit on the Xbox. It had horrible graphics. Those pudgy bastards.
It looked better than fucking Call of Duty.
No,
with its overly clayed graphics, everything looked like fucking just flat clay. where if a character just stood still, he just blended into the background because the background also looked like flat clay, just smeared clay.
What's your fucking
and
number 1?
Someone threw clay against the wall and called it a video
What's your number
game.
1?
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Of course.
That game's gonna be fucking amazing. Story. I mean, the stories in those games are always fucking just insanely complex and way overly convoluted.
It's gonna be an awesome game.
But it's gonna be fun.
It was on my top 25 list.
Right. And I mean, the trailers always get me, man. They always pick good music for those. So,
They do.
Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
right. Yeah. So the next thing we have is the top 5 games that me and Kevin decided together are going to be the best-selling game. All right, starting with number 5, Elder Scrolls Online.
Yep.
This game is going to sell. It has a huge fan base already. Elder Scrolls is always a hugely popular game. Every DLC sells extremely well.
And console players haven't had a lot of opportunity to play a lot of MMOs.
No.
And, this may be the one where they're kind of like, yeah, I kind of want to try this out.
Yep. And because it's already an Elder Scroll game, you're already going to have a fan base buying it, even though it's an MMO.
Right, there's people who are already in love with the history of the games.
Mm-hmm.
And now they get to actually really explore a lot of that history.
And a lot of Elder Scroll players say they want a multiplayer feature to the game. Since this one is going to be all multiplayer, they're getting it.
Is this one coming out to PC as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Well, when they first announced it, it was only PC. They just recently, I think, over E3 announced that it's going to be for the consoles.
Ah, okay.
Number 4, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
This
because
game,
people have been waiting for another Battlefront for a while.
People have been waiting for Battlefront because they're amazing games. Star Wars has, I would say, the largest fan base of any sci-fi fantasy thing.
Yeah.
It's just, people are going to come out in droves to buy this game.
Yeah.
Especially with a new movie on the horizon on top of it.
Right.
There's going to be so much hype for Star Wars, it's not even funny.
Ooh, Disney World over in Florida.
They have a Star Wars
actually
opening
adding
up. Yep.
they're saying like 2018.
Yeah.
Possibly 2017, but yeah. Disney.
Star Wars Land.
Star Wars Land, yeah.
Yep. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to Florida.
I wish, man. I wish.
Number 3, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
This game, again, has a huge fan base. People buy them every time.
And it's the first time it'll be this. One game's gonna be coming out for both the PS4 and.
It'll be the
Xbox.
same game.
I think that one, the Raiden game. I think that one came out for both consoles, but this is like the first actual Snake game.
That's coming out for Xbox.
Right, because like all the ones like Metal Gear Solid 4 came out just for PS4, and they were saying that they're never gonna bring it to Xbox 360. It came out for PS3, and they were saying it's never gonna come out for Xbox 360 because they would need like 4 Xbox discs to contain the game.
Yeah. But now that both consoles are going to be Blu-ray,
they can do it.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
Number 2, Halo 5. Nice hand signals. You want to throw up some gang signs too?
Yeah. Well, I figured this one's for the people.
Oh,
we both know what this.
That's
is,
true.
So, yeah. Number 2,
Halo 5. Halo is always a huge selling game. It is the biggest game Microsoft has. It's the biggest thing that they do every year. So this coming out for the new consoles, it's a no-brainer that this is going to sell really well. Well, I figure one will sell for every Xbox, and since only about 30 of those are going to sell.
It'll be their biggest selling game.
Exactly.
That's not fair, man.
Why is that not
There's
fair?
one game I think is going to be really awesome on Xbox.
What?
Spark. It's this game where they kind of give you these choices, and then you pretty much build this world in the game.
Yeah.
And then people jump in, they can play the world, and you can have characters that kind of alter the environment. You can just it's gonna. Me and Spark, look it up. It looks fucking amazing.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I will never do it justice.
Number 1, the best-selling game of the next year before E3 is gonna be Call of Duty Ghost.
Like we said, it's not so much we think it deserves to be.
Well, I do.
It's going to be. Why does it deserve to be?
Because it produces every year.
The same steaming pile of crap that does every other year.
What game do you play the most out of the year, Kevin? Call of Duty.
No. That's not the game I play the most. It's just the game I played for consistently the longest period of time, for 5 minutes at a time.
Exactly, but still.
The most. Man, I don't know, RPGs. I sink the most time into RPGs.
Yeah, I've been sinking a lot of time into Skyrim
Right,
lately.
exactly. It's just you do it in fewer but larger chunks.
Yeah.
So
Call of Duty, it's got one of the largest fan bases for video games in the world.
one of the most vocal and youngest fan bases in the world.
Yes.
If you want to get cursed out by a 13-year-old,
play Call of Duty. This game is going to be successful.
If you want to play with grown men, well,
And with that, I think we're going to close out the show.
I think let's close out the show.
All right, so rate and review us on iTunes. Check us out on YouTube. This video will get up there, hopefully, with no flair or pizzazz like I would put into it.
Why you got to overcomplicate everything?
Why can't
Why can't shit just be simple?
Why
man?
can't you just make it look good?
It does look good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, huh?
No one wants to stare at us for 3 hours.
Well, I'm gonna throw it. They'll be like, people will at this point have watched clips of the games.
Yeah.
Along with us talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So rate and review us on
I know
iTunes.
people don't want to look at us for 3 hours.
Nobody wants to look at us.
Did you poll?
Your girlfriend doesn't even want to look at you for 3 hours.
Oh, she don't give it. She doesn't listen. She doesn't watch.
No, I know, but even like when you're at home.
Yeah, I know. That's why she sleeps.
Comment, rate, review, subscribe, like, all that stuff on YouTube for our channel, our other videos. Come check us out on iTunes, MoC Comics, which this week we've got both the new Batman and Superman book we'll be covering, plus Wolverine, the X-Men, Deadpool, and the new Injustice.
The new Injustice. Plus, we do another Civil War comic, and
Yeah, we'll be wrapping that up
You
probably next week. We're just going to finish that up.
You can probably just go and skip the Civil War part.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes of the show.
Damn it.
Also,
The first 20 minutes of a 30-minute show.
if you'd like to have a list of our games that we talked about tonight, I'm going to be putting it on metaconvenience.blogspot.com.
Are you?
Yeah,
Why not just metaconvenience.com?
because I don't have a message board on there. Because I don't have anything on there. Because we haven't worked on that at all since I bought the website.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I don't have a computer to do anything right now. Everything
yeah.
I'm going to be doing after the show that I'm saying I'm going to do right now, I'm doing it from my phone or my iPad.
Also, you can go to metaconvenience.com where you can find links to all this.
And more, such as an email address and our Twitter account, which would be at menoconvenience.com, MENOCONVENIENCE.
Oh, my God.
I almost fucked that up.
You lost me. all the V's and E's and I's and E's and C's and
All those consonants and vowels.
so fucking many.
And email us, mocmail@menofconvenience.com.
You want to spell that one out too?
MOCMAIL at, I was going to make like an at symbol, but I couldn't figure it out. At MENOV.
Oh my God. Hooray for education. No, it'll be a good time though, man. Check us out, rate and review us.
Yeah, everywhere.
It'll be cool.
Um,
We'll read comments on the show.
Yeah, if you leave comments, we'll read them.
We'll give awards to our favorite comment.
As we haven't actually read any comments because we haven't gotten any recently. So
Yeah.
check us out all of the other places.
That was depressing, Tristan.
That was. I'm still working on my story just to update everybody. I got a lot more going with it. I'm hoping within the next month I'll have a ready copy of the first chapter to be released.
I'm still working on the webcomic.
Are you close to being ready to release anything?
I'm still getting the ideas. I'm still piecing the ideas together.
All right.
You got it.
So I'm a lot closer than you are.
Yeah.
And I started my project way after yours.
You don't want to rush the creative process.
And
it's got to happen fluidly.
And I've helped you with the webcomic.
It's got to happen fluidly, naturally. You don't want to force it.
Also, if you're
It's
watching,
like pooping. You don't want to force it.
if you're watching
let it
this on YouTube right now, you are missing out on one little bit of special something in the iTunes podcast version of this.
But it won't tell you where it's at. You got to find it yourself.
And yep, you got to find it. And when you find it, it'll be very entertaining. We had one.
And it's not Tristan's hairy ass nipples.
No, it's not.
Although entertaining.
And funny. We had one secret surprise input into 2 episodes ago, in the 51st episode.
Yeah.
And we're going to have one this week. And
secret surprise.
from now on, we are going to have a secret surprise every single week in the audio version of the podcast.
Just something that we hope is funny. Hopefully it's something that you guys will enjoy. Just, something like 30 seconds long. You guys
Yeah.
will be
And it's something for the audio listeners only.
Yeah.
So if you're a video listener, you get to just see our pretty faces. If you're an audio listener, then you get the secret surprise.
Yep.
Which actually eventually could just be a fart.
That would be funny too.
That would be hilarious.
This podcast brought to you by right.
But for this week,
Indeed, Tristan.
he's Kevin.
I am Kevin. Tristan?
I am
Tristan.
Tristan.
You guys keep it convenient.